serve. Quick punch. Because if he...
He drops Pacquiao for the first time.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia.
40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, the 8th Division World Champion, only 8th Division champ in boxing history.
And I'll say, Senator, he is fighting out of his Raleigh, representing the Sarangani Rockets in the Philippines. He weighed in the same as his opponent.
Official weight 145 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 50 victories, including 38 knockouts, with 3 defeats and 2 draws. Gervonta, Sarangani Province, the former lightweight world champion, former super bantamweight world champion, former featherweight world champion, former super featherweight world champion, former lightweight world champion, former light welterweight world champion, and reigning, defending WBO welterweight champion of the world,
Manny Pacquiao! Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Atlanta, Georgia, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, the challenger on my right, fighting out of the blue corner tonight, seeking his 3rd Division World title. Wearing white trunks with yellow and silver trim, the young star of boxing from Baltimore, and representing his adopted home of Atlanta, Georgia. He weighed in at 139 3/4 pounds with a sensational record of 24 wins, no losses.
What happens when 2 completely different boxing generations collide inside one ring, creating a fantasy showdown that fans have debated for years? On one side stands Manny Pacquiao, the legendary 8th Division World Champion whose lightning speed, relentless aggression, and fearless fighting spirit transformed him into one of the most exciting fighters boxing has ever witnessed. Opposite him is Gervonta "Tank" Davis, a modern knockout specialist whose explosive power and calm precision allow him to change a fight with a single perfectly timed punch. This imagined matchup represents far more than a simple contest. It becomes a battle between legacy and evolution, non-stop pressure against calculated destruction, and experience facing raw finishing ability. Pacquiao built his historic career by achieving what many believed impossible, moving through multiple weight classes while defeating naturally larger champions using rapid footwork, unpredictable angles, and overwhelming combinations that forced elite opponents into survival mode. His aggressive rhythm kept fighters constantly under attack, creating chaos that only he seemed comfortable controlling. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis symbolizes the modern era of boxing efficiency, where patience and precision often outweigh reckless aggression. Tank fights with composure, studying opponents carefully, round after round, identifying patterns before unleashing devastating counters that end fights suddenly and violently. If these two ever shared the ring, the stylistic contrast would be fascinating to watch unfold. Pacquiao pushing a relentless pace filled with movement and volume, while Davis waits calmly, setting traps and searching for the single opening capable of shifting momentum instantly. Pacquiao represents traditional boxing intensity, defined by non-stop offense, fearless exchanges, and a warrior mentality that thrives under pressure, while Tank embodies modern strategy, conserving energy and striking with surgical accuracy when opportunity appears. Pacquiao's southpaw stance allowed him to attack from angles opponents rarely anticipated, darting in with lightning-fast combinations before quickly exiting danger, overwhelming champions with sheer activity and speed. However, that same aggression sometimes created defensive openings during exchanges, moments where a precise counterpuncher could capitalize, a dangerous factor against a puncher like Davis, whose timing and accuracy are among the best in the sport today. Davis has built his reputation as one of boxing's most dangerous finishers due to his patience, explosive knockout power, and ability to break opponents down methodically with punishing body shots before delivering a decisive blow. Rather than rushing exchanges, Tank gathers information early, slowly adjusting distance and rhythm until the perfect moment arrives. At its core, This matchup becomes the classic boxing equation of speed versus power. Pacquiao aims to dominate rounds through activity, angles, and relentless pressure, while Davis focuses on winning moments, knowing one perfectly landed punch can erase any lead on the scorecards. Early rounds would likely see Pacquiao starting fast, using footwork and rapid combinations to control tempo and accumulate points, while Davis remains composed, analyzing timing and preparing counters. As the fight progresses, the balance of danger increases, because every exchange carries the possibility of a sudden ending. Control of pace becomes the deciding factor, Pacquiao needing constant motion and open space to maximize speed, while Tank benefits from slowing the action, targeting the body, and forcing exchanges near the ropes where his power advantage becomes most effective. A prime version of Pacquiao, operating at peak speed and stamina, might overwhelm Davis with volume and endurance, potentially securing a decision victory or late stoppage through accumulation. However, a slightly slower Pacquiao could face serious danger against Davis's precision timing, which might produce a dramatic mid to late knockout. Beyond physical attributes, the fight transforms into a psychological chess match, with Pacquiao thriving in chaos and momentum while Davis excels in calculated control and trap setting. Judges would also play an important role, as Pacquiao's high punch output scores consistently, while Davis's cleaner, heavier shots leave lasting visual impact, creating constant suspense with one fighter potentially ahead on points, yet always one punch away from defeat. Ultimately, this fantasy clash offers no boring outcome. Either Pacquiao's relentless storm overwhelms the modern knockout artist, or Tank's devastating power delivers a sudden and unforgettable finish. Speed may fade over time, and power may remain dangerous, but timing often decides greatness inside the ring. So the question remains unanswered. Would Manny Pacquiao's legendary speed and pressure prove too much, or would Gervonta tank Davis in the night with one explosive moment? Boxing fans may never see this dream fight become reality, but the debate will live forever. Share your prediction in the comments below, and if you enjoy deep boxing breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to ProRing TV, and hit the bell so you never miss another epic fight analysis.